Welcome back to redheart.com as well as the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host Mikey. Today's tutorial we're going to make the crosshatch cowl, and this requires 4 balls of reflective yarn. The main color requires 3, and then basically you can use alternative colors if you wish. In the pattern it shows that these transition lines are basically up to you what you want to do. You can change the colors as often as you wish. This is a really simple pattern, and I'm gonna do things slightly different. I've already made the cowl and you can see how great it wears. When you're wearing this, it's actually really thick and it will light up because it is reflective when the light hits it. It's really an amazing project and you will not believe how easy it is. Today's project I'm going to do a mini sample of this because the stitch work is identical all the way around. This is made in a complete circle, so no matter what you're looking at, it's one complete circle as you're going all the way around. It's like a big hat essentially, and because of that it works out really quickly and easily because it is a chunky weight yarn. So without further ado, let's go over some tips right now. For today's tutorial I am going to use the olive green as my sample. I'm using a size 6mm, size J. It does call for a size K or 6.5mm. I just know that my tension is always a little bit looser than normal, so I just reduce one hook size in order to keep it in balance with the gauge. So if you're doing this, you're going to want to chain 150, but I'm just gonna do a little sample for you today, and I'm just gonna create a slip knot. And the sample is basically showing you the stitch work, because once you get onto it you realize that the stitch work is all repetitive as it goes all the way around. So you're going to want to chain 150. Please do so, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'm only gonna do 30 on mine for my little mini sample, and I'll meet you back in just a moment. So get your 150 chains done first. When you get your 150 done, you simply just want to pull the chain out and make sure that it does not twist in any way. So you're just going to want to go out when it's 150. It's a little more challenging, but you want to make sure it's not gonna twist, and you're just going to join the top of the beginning chain with the current. So you're just gonna pull through and through with the slip stitch just like that. So now your chain is not twisted. You want to keep an eye on that as we then go on to the next part. Let's move up to round number 2 or round number 1 as we begin to do the opening stages of this project. We're going to start off with round number 1, and we're going to chain 2, and that counts as a half double crochet in here and for the remaining of the project when you go to do so. So what I want you to do is that I want you to turn that chain over, so you will see the front side of the chain. Turn it over, get that back hump, and you're going to want to put in 1 half double crochet into each one of these chains. But once you start on the back hump, you're going to notice that the chain will naturally turn over on itself, and you will be able to see where each and every one of those stitches are. So please half double crochet into each one of the chains going all the way around. By doing the back hump it makes the edging look a lot more refined, and that's something that's completely up to you. It does not say to do that, but I would recommend it if I was wearing this particular project. So please half double crochet each chain all the way around. So I'm coming up all the way around, and I want to make sure I get the last one as we go, and we're still doing half double crochet. We want to make sure that before we finish off this total area that we have not twisted our cowl. So the cowl should lay flat if it's ever folded, and we're gonna go into our very last one. Actually we are in our last one. We're just going to join it with the top of the beginning chain 2 that we started with, just like this. Okay, so you want to make sure it's nice and flat, there's no twist to this, and basically let's move up to round number 2. So if you've done the cross-hatched hat with me, you'll notice that this is exactly the same thing because it's a matching set. So what we have is that we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to double crochet back into the same stitch. Okay, and we're just gonna go right into where we've joined and put another double crochet, chain 2, and then single crochet into that same stitch again. And that's what we're going to do for this entire round. So the next one we're going to skip the next one and then the next one. So we're gonna skip 2, go to the third over, and you're going to put in 2 double crochet into that same space or same stitch, chain 2, and then single crochet back into that same space. So again, skip 2, put 2 double crochet in, plus chain 2 and single crochet. And please do that, and this is round number 2, and this is what I want you to do all the way around. If your math is done right, you'll be left with 2 empty stitches at the end, and you're just going to join it to the top of the beginning chain or of chaining of 3, and that concludes off row number 2 or round number 2. Let's move up to round number 3. It's gonna get easier. So rounds number 3 and 4 are the repetitive pattern for the remaining of this project. So let's begin the first one. So round number 3, we're going to start off, we're gonna slip stitch. We're in the first one here of the chaining of 3. We're gonna slip stitch to the next one just like this, and then we're going to chain 1. So before we were doing 2 double crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet into each. This time we're gonna go opposite. So we're gonna start off with 1 single crochet, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets. This is what's creating the crosshatch look, because this is going to make the stitches turn in a different direction. So you see that these ones are going this way, these ones are going that way. Once you have your 2 done, you immediately just come to the next chain 2 space over here, single crochet, and repeat again. Chain 2 and then 2 double crochet. Just like so. Once you have that done, again skip to all the way to the next space over here, so you're laying over top of these double crochets, single crochet, chain 2, and then double crochet twice. So please do that all the way, and this is round number 3. And get used to this round because you're going to be doing this round quite often for the remaining of the project. When you get all the way back around, you're gonna finish off with 2 double crochets, and you're just going to join it to the beginning a single crochet that you started off with, just like so. So let's begin the next round, and the next round is round number 4, and round number 4 is what we're going to be repeating too. So 3 and 4 are the repetitive pattern for this. So round number 4, we're going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space because you're here in the single crochet. This is your next space. So you're just going to slip stitch first and then chain 3, which counts as your 1 double crochet, and then you're going to double crochet and then chain 2 and single crochet. So we're now going opposite to what we just did in the row below. So we stretch all the way to the chain 2 space over here, and we're going to put in 2 double crochets. You can see that the double crochet just stretched over, chain 2, and then 1 single crochet. And I need you to repeat basically 3 and 4 for the remainder of the project. There is only 11 rounds on this as we're going all the way around, and basically I'm going to come back to you on round number 5 as I'm gonna show you how to change color effectively so that your colors will not bleed into each other. So complete off this round, and I'll meet you back in just a moment in just case you wanna learn how to change the colors within your cowl. I'm finishing up round number 4, and I'm just coming back and single crocheting in, and as soon as you get that one done, we're going to join it to the top of the beginning chain 3 to conclude. So if you're going to continue then on round number 5, you just slip stitch to the next double crochet, chain 1, and then start over here, and then this time it will be single crochet, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets, and going all the way around. But in this one round I want to show you how I'm gonna change colors. I'm just going to trim my yarn, and I just want to put the yarn through the loop just to secure it, and I'm going to use this here. So because I know what I need to do in order to make this really quite effective, I want to make sure that the yarn is being worked in properly and started properly so that the colors don't bleed, so it really looks obvious to where you stopped and started. So I'm going to create a slip knot first. So I just explained to you at this point is that we need to start over here. So there's no point starting back here and then carrying that over, because then it's gonna be very obvious to where you started. So what I want you to do is just create the slip knot and just put it into the chain 2 space. So when I'm changing my color, I just insert the hook, pull this through, and I fastened on. So this time we have to start off with the single crochet. So we're gonna chain 1, single crochet first, and then chain 2, and then 2 double crochets to keep on with the pattern. And you see how just it's joined on seamlessly without any color bleeds peeking out anywhere, and then you just want to keep these stragglers down on top of the line so that you can keep them in check. So you go to the next space, go down, keep those stragglers on top, single crochet, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets into the same chain 2 space, and please do that all the way around. And then when we come back, you just need to do rounds 3, 4, 5 all the way to round number 10, and then when we come back we're going to do round 11, which will be the conclusion of this particular cowl. So by now you'll have rounds number 5 to 10 completely done, and now it's time for your final round. You should look at the comparison of what we have over here. So this is the actual width that you'll have, and I'm just doing a tutorial sample at this point that is much smaller. So to begin the final round, what you need to do is that you just need to begin and do a chain 2 and then half double crochet into the next chain 2 space, and you want to do 2 half double crochets like so. Then what you're going to want to do is then a half double crochet into the space here. So down in here, go completely into the space, not into an actual stitch at all. And then basically we want to then put in a half double crochet into the next chain space, or the next stitch that you have. So now you're going to go into the next chain 2 space, and you're going to put in 2 half double crochets, come into the gap space here like so, and then half double crochet into the next stitch. And you want to do that completely all the way around. It's the conclusion of this particular tutorial today, and then just keep on going and then fasten off at the end, and then your cowl is good to go. And until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of redheart.com as well as the Crochet Crowd. Stay tuned for more free ideas and patterns as we share in video format. And until then, we'll see ya.